Hi there, Uncle Davis here watching NPH TV, Nothing Pro here. The handheld journey, I have been into this journey for a little bit now, and I just want to go through quickly the devices I've been through so far and the reasons between each upgrade. So the first one I started with is the NBNIC RG351P. This is a perfect device for entry level handheld gaming. If you just want to test the water, see if this is for you and don't want to break the bank just yet, this is perfect. Now, what if you say, I want something better, I want something more versatile, I want something bigger in terms of the screen size, then the next one will probably go for one of these Android handheld. This is the Retroid Pocket RP3 here. It's a fantastic device. It runs Android OS and it has a proper layout of the trigger buttons as well. But speaking of the trigger, one problem is the triggers are not analog, they're digital buttons. So it might be a deal breaker for some of you. Then if that is the case, then next step, maybe you were going for something like this, the AYANEO Pro. It also runs Androids and it has analog triggers. This thing lasts hours. I'm not even joking. This thing lasts hours because obviously run Androids, and also it has got 2 extra buttons at the back here, just like Steam Deck. You may not know what these 2 buttons should be used for. I'm not sure how you use it, but for me, I didn't realize until I started playing Sega Saturn and realized that obviously the original console controllers have ABC and XYZ, and I only got 4 buttons here. So some people, I know they map the C key and the Z key onto the top of the trigger buttons, but for me, I mapped it to the 2 buttons at the back, and obviously that works perfectly for me. This thing is pretty powerful. It can emulate up to PS2 actually, so it is a very great device. But what if you want even more versatility? Let's say if you want to play games that is not available on any of these streaming platforms. Maybe some indie games from the old days, you know, some classics, then maybe the Windows handheld would be the perfect choice. Now this one is the AYANEO Air Pro. It has a quite powerful APU inside. It's the AMD 5825U, and it has got everything basically. Analog triggers, fingerprint sensors, some shortcut keys as well, and also a fantastic, beautiful 5.5-inch OLED display. The display is beautiful, however, one issue is the size. Now I understand that the whole purpose of having a AYANEO Air is the portability. So yeah, it is quite thin, it is not that heavy, although this is the Air Pro, is actually more heavy than the Air. However, the screen size, sometimes it can be a problem, especially if you try to play games that has some readings to do, say RPGs, or even games like having a little bit more busy interface. Say if you play Terraria for example, then you might struggle to recognize what's actually showing on the screen with each icon. So maybe, just maybe, you want something that has a little bit bigger screen and maybe just a little bit more power as well, so that you don't have to run all the games at low graphics. Maybe you can run it at, you know, medium graphics. Then maybe this is the solution. The AYANEO 2. Let's take a look. Alright, so let's take a look inside the box. So first of all, we've got some packaging, AYANEO 2. And then these are some instructions, some menus, which I've mentioned in my previous video with the AYANEO Air Pro unboxing, which I don't really like the design of these instruction books, being you have to open it up like that to read. But then how often do we actually read one of these, right? So put it aside, and what is this? Okay, so this is some protective stickers that you can put around the edge of the case if you want to open it up, so when you use the pick to open the device, you don't actually scratch the body. So we've got a pick there, and got some stickers. Great, put it at the side, and more packaging, of course. This is it. This is the AYANEO 2. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. Analog stick feels fantastic, very smooth, and also the analog stick actually no longer is the switch style, so you can see it's a concave style, which is more like the full-size console ones from Xbox. Very nice. D-pad, fantastic feeling, especially when I hit the diagonal. It feels I can actually send diagonal signal instead of it try to push you to either, you know, the left, down, right, and top. Start and select buttons there, ABXY, AYANEO buttons, and some shortcuts keys there. Absolutely amazingly gorgeously looking screen. On the top here you got the left click and right click customizable buttons, and fingerprint sensor, volume rockers, 2 USB ports, and at the bottom here you got another USB-C port, SD card slot, and 3.5mm jack. And of course these trigger buttons is absolutely massive. look at the trouble. Look at the trouble. This is insane. And then turning over to the back, and nothing much really here going on. No customizable button, which is a little bit disappointed, but it's not a deal breaker. And you got the fan here. Absolutely fantastic looking device. I can't wait to power it on and set it up and play some games, which will be in the next video. We're gonna do some testing. Now let's go through to the rest of the box here, which we got some more packaging, and obviously as expected you have got some accessories here, which this card actually tells you what they are, but it's pretty easy to figure out anyway. You got the power supply, you got some USB adapters, you got the adapters for different countries, you know, UK, US, Australian, China, whatever. The USB cables here, and also you've got this a box of extra adhesive. So if you decided to open up the console, the original adhesive will not work, obviously, because they will come off as you open up the device. So these are the extra ones that you can put it back on. So that's it for the unboxing video. So we're gonna go ahead and set up the device and set up some games into it and have some fun, have some benchmarking, and we'll return in the next video. See you guys next time. Bye for now.